One of the biggest traps in life is comparing ourselves to other people. We ask, why can't I be like them? And that question often steals our happiness. In today's fast-moving world, with apps like TikTok and Instagram everywhere, this habit is even more common. This story is for anyone who sometimes feels their life isn't enough and thinks someone else must be happier. Listen all the way through. You might also pick up a few new words along the way. A crow was flying over a small village one day and landed on a branch above a pond. There, a swan glided across the water, its white feathers shining in the sun. Several villagers had gathered to admire the swan's beauty. Curious, the crow flew closer, but the moment people saw him, they waved and yelled to shoo him away. He thought, maybe they're afraid I'll make a mess. Feeling rejected, he moved to another branch, yet the villagers still chased him off. Hurt, the crow watched the swan being praised and wished aloud, if only I had white feathers like that, maybe I'd be liked too. So he left the village and flew deeper into the forest, where he sat and cried. An old crow passing by noticed him and asked, "Why are you so sad, young one?" "I hate my black feathers. They're ugly and nobody likes me." The old crow smiled gently. "If you could be any bird, which would you choose?" he asked. Without thinking, the young crow answered, "The swan. Everyone loves the swan." The old crow nodded. There's a spring in the heart of the forest that can change how you look if you bathe in it with a true heart. But before you change, ask the swan whether it's really happy. The crow agreed and flew back to the pond. He approached the swan and said, "You must be the happiest bird. Your feathers are so beautiful and everyone loves you. Are you happy?" The swan lowered its head and answered sadly, "Thank you, little one. My feathers are admired, but I am not truly happy. People keep me as a pet. I cannot fly where I wish, and when I grow old, they might use me for meat. I do not know if I will be alive tomorrow." The crow was shocked. "So who is the happiest then?" he asked. The swan replied, "Perhaps the parrot. Its colorful feathers are admired, and people don't eat parrots." So the crow flew off to find a parrot. He found one perched in a tree and said, "Your feathers are so bright and beautiful. You must be the happiest bird." The parrot sighed. "My feathers do make me pretty, but they also bring trouble. People keep me in cages for my colors. I spend my life locked up and afraid." Feeling worse, the crow asked, "Who do you think is happiest?" The parrot suggested, "Maybe the peacock. Everyone loves its feathers and treats it like royalty." So the crow went to a zoo and watched a peacock display its magnificent tail to many visitors. "Surely you must be the happiest," said the crow. The peacock looked tired and said, "No, people pluck my feathers to sell them. It hurts, and it happens again and again. I live in a cage and cannot roam freely. I would give up my feathers for freedom." Hearing this, the crow finally understood. He had been envying others without seeing their struggles. He flew back to the old crow and said, "I don't want to be anyone else. I'm glad to be a crow." This little tale reminds us that every life carries hidden difficulties. Comparing ourselves to others only takes away our contentment. Be thankful for what you have. You are unique, and no one can be a better version of you than you yourself. If this story taught you something new or introduced new words, please like and share your thoughts. See you in the next story, where we'll learn together again.